Hi folks, it's Paul from the series Dancing with Cancer. It's Sunday the 18th of May and I'm currently in a hotel room in Liverpool. I've just spent a brilliant and emotional day at Goodison Park, witnessing my beloved Everton's last ever home game at the stadium I've been going to for over 60 years. My dad took me to my first match there at age 6 months old. I took him to his last match there. In between, I took my son and my two brothers to their first matches there. So I was very fortunate to get a golden ticket and be there today to witness history. Unfortunately, the special time had been preceded by an emotional day in Liverpool for very different reasons earlier in the week. Those who saw my last couple of vlogs will know that things haven't been going so well physically or emotionally for a while. So I was looking for answers while seeing my head and neck nurse at Clatterbridge on Tuesday. That was also very emotional walking back into there again. And then later seeing my treating consultant at Aintree, which should have been a routine appointment. The first of those sessions went well, with lots more reassurance and guidance, as did the second appointment, for the first 20 minutes anyway, until everything changed when the dreaded nasal endoscopy took place. No sooner had that ended when the consultant asked me to look at the image on the screen, and I could immediately see an area which didn't look right. She explained the two most likely possibilities, neither of which are great, but the worst of which is that cancer has not all been removed by the treatment I've had. I got the impression that they think that this is the most likely scenario. I'd gone into that session feeling that all was not well, but wasn't really prepared for that news. Though certainly for the 24 hours that followed, I just felt numb. Since then, I've been trying to block it out and not let it overwhelm me. Sometime soon, I'll be having an MRI scan, a PET scan, a biopsy under general anaesthetic, to find out for certain what's going on, and they will no doubt come up with a plan of action. Honestly though, I'm not sure if I have the strength, physically or emotionally, for more treatment, in whatever form that might take, and I'll take some persuading to agree to it. On a recommendation, I've recently been seeing a cancer therapist at the local hospice to try and help me deal with my current negativity. The sessions have been helpful, but they were before I got this latest hammer blow. The next session will be interesting now. This week's message to others is about bravery, a word I've come to hate. So many people have said to me how brave I'm being. It proper pisses me off to hear that, as there's no less brave person than me in truth, and I certainly don't feel brave. But I suppose what people are really saying is simply that you're dealing with shit they couldn't imagine themselves dealing with. Those of us that are dealing with this cruelty aren't brave. We're just desperate to have our lives back and to keep trying. Or in my case, at least until the prize at the end of the journey is worth trying for. I salute those of you who are trying. This week's music is a bit of a throwback. The first dance act I saw, solo, was an amazing show by Disclosure at the Alexander Palace in London, and I was enthralled, especially as I was, and still am, a huge fan. The track by Disclosure, featuring London Grammar, is called Help Me Lose My Mind and is a beautiful track with haunting vocals. These last few weeks, and this week in particular, and feeling the need to seek professional help, really has made me question whether I'm losing my mind and can cope with all that life is throwing at me right now. So it felt like an obvious choice. So that's all for now, folks. My next vlog will be in another few weeks, post scans, etc. Bye for now, from Paul, from the series Dancing with Cancer.